っていきたいと思います。まずは行き先を作戦会議室で選びます。新門外のパークがようやく一つ増えましたね。使える。
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
さあ、どれにしようか。これですね、開けれなかったマップを開けるための、マップじゃないや、開けれなかった鍵を開けるためのパークが、解除に4ポイントも必要なんですか？ 1 ポイントしかないので、これは解除しようがないですね。となると、何をやればいいのかな？会話の選択肢、各コーデックスが解除されることに、コーデックスが解除されることに、各コーデックスが、コーデックスが解除されることにっていうのはどれも一緒なんですかね。貴族と戦商売上の名声、得意様価格、希少なストック、これは獲得、あれこれ獲得してたような気がするんですけど、これはどういうことなんだろう。過去コーデックスが解除されることに、これどれもコーデックスが解除されるってことですね。どうするべきなんですかね。やっぱり経験値を上げるためにはこの辺のやつを入れる方がいいと思うんですが、どれも同じような感じなんですが、犯罪行為に関する会話の選択肢が新しく追加。敵を倒すと XP に 5% のボーナスが変わる。これの方がいいのかな。戦闘経験値か、それともアイテム集めたとき、アイテムというか情報を集めたときか。秘密ですかね、やっぱりね。でも魔法知識、これにしましょうか。魔法知識を獲得しましょうか。でもこれは最初の旅に 10% 確率で、追加獲得か。経験値を上げたいですよね、ここはね。って考えると、こっちか、こっちか。戦闘の方が多いからこっちかな。これにしましょうか。はい、これにしてみました。はい、では今日はどこから行こうか。なんか出てますね。レッドジェニー、新門会には蜂がいる。武器の計画を入手し、供給してくれる養蜂場を発見した。考えされた養蜂家は指先を合わせてもちろんと笑った。とても不安にさせる様子で。はい。なんかもらったみたいですね。これは何だろう。正義の代弁者。監視統合構築性実行可能。 51分。ここにお任せするのが正解っぽいですね。
To work?
はい。でかなあと、ここは沼のユニコーン。時間がかからない。ここは政治力を生かしましょうか。
Let us begin.
沼のユニコーン。フロストバックを通過する道を確保する。政治の方が早いですね。はい。
At your service.
またここにもあるな。やっぱりこれが一番早そうですね。ちょうど割り当てました。全員はうまく割り当たりましたね。でから監視塔を使わなきゃいけないんですね、これ。あ、まだやってるんですね、これ。ではここをもう一度ちょっと探索に行こうかなと。ゴールと魔導士とアイアンブルーですかね。で、どこへ行きたいかというと、ですね、ここかな。魔導士と接触しに行こうかなと思ってるんですけど、これは確かドラゴンが出たところですね。ここへ行くには一番早いのはここかな。ここへジャンプします。で、魔導士がこっちの方なのかな。こ
Nothing to report, sir.
っちだってるのかな。逆ですね。こっちへ戻ってからじゃないとダメですね。ついでにテストを解消しておきましょう。はい。アイテムを回収しながら先へ進めていければなぁと。調べる。アイテム開く。こっちかな確か。あれ違う方向に行ってますね。どんだけ方向音痴なんだろう。もういけるかなこっちからでも。いや、これはいけないかも。ちょっともう一回戻りましょう。方向音痴はちょっと過ぎますね。あ、でもなんかアイテムがあるので開っときましょう。楽しめればいいかなと。迷っても楽しめればいいかなと言い訳をしてみておきます。はい、こっち行って、じゃあ向こうなのかな。あれこれは ダメなんですが、こっから左は行けないですね。あれということは、ここのマップで来るべきではなかったのかな。後ろに下がって、ズーム、これは一番近い状態か。下がってこう遠回りする感じですかね。ここからだと。こっちからそのままこっち行けたらいいんですけど、行けそうにないので。ね。こっち行くと向こう行っちゃいますもんね。こっちが行けないですから。もう行けるのかな。行けないですよね、これは。ということで、やっぱこっち側から遠回りするしかないところですね。逆に遠かったかな、こっちは。馬読んだ方が早いのかな。でも敵倒しながら行きましょうか。これ敵じゃないのか。これ敵じゃないんですね。それ敵じゃなかったか。ここかな。ここはずっと上がっていく感じですかね。これであとはこのマークした方向へ進んでいけばいいですかね。アイテム開いましょう。もったいないのでね。敵がいたのかな。なんか魔法、これですね。合ってますね。レッドクリフの道。レッドクリフに行かないといけないので、こっちですね。なんか羊が追いかけてきてますけど、建物があったので寄ってみます。ここは来たことがあるような気がしてますね。ここはここ合ってるのかな。合ってますね。こっちですもんね。こっち行けばいいのかな。ぐるっとこっちの方に合ってるはずなんで、ひたすら進めていきたいと思いますが、馬に乗った方が早いけど、あれ目、裂け目、あそこに裂け目らしきものがありますね。と、この建物もなんか兵士がしてきてる。どうしましたか、兵士さん。なんかいいとこ。まずこの建物行ってみましょう。なんかありました。装備ですが、そんなに強いものではない感じ。行きましょうか。裂け目を閉じましょう。強いのかな。敵が出る。 しに来ないとダメですね。ただこれなんでもはい、防ぎ終わりました。
What was that? None of my reports indicated temporal distortions near these rifts. Interesting.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
喋る前に無視され、選択肢を選ぶ前に無視されてしまいましたね。今悩んでる間に勝手に切れちゃいました、選択肢が。まあいいのかな。そこまで重要な選択肢ではなかったということですかね。ここは何でしょう。先行った方がいいですね、これは。
We spread word the Inquisition was coming, but you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Something's not right. We need to talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Madoshi. この子は何になる？先へ進めるしかないのかな。なんか奥にある。エルフルートでしょうね。大抵の土のエルフルートのことが多いですね。もうアイテムとして集めておいた方が良いと思うので集めますが、もうちょっといろいろと違うものが欲しいなと。上になんかありますね。先にあれを開けてみましょう。上に宝があるので、ここから登れるのかな。登れますね。よっ、調べてた。探検ばかりですね。あそこの上にもなんかありそうな感じがしますね。ちょっとここあるのかな。無理かな。うわぁ、落ちますね。あれないかな。あ、ここは何もないなさそうですね。うん。では次のところへ行きましょうか。光はあるので、この下になんか新しい何かがあるですが、この建物の中ですかね。この人かな。
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
Have people called you a knife ear?
You're truly Dalish, aren't you? Then you don't know humans like I do. Perhaps they fear the Inquisition and have shown you respect. I have no such protection. These villagers only tolerate me because Templars killed their human healer. I doubt the humans at the crossroads would be any different.
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife ear as often as I had expected. Mostly all the humans say is, thank you. I expect you'll find the same, and change some minds in the process.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
薬草も集めなくていいのかな。トンボソ。これはもう集まってるから大丈夫
May I
かな。
help you?
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Yes. These are perfect.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I
クエストを
need.
繰り返すのかな。
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
一般的な出力クエスト完了です。もう一回喋ったらもう一回や
A
らされる
pleasure
と
to
か。
see you again.
またなんか今出てましたね。ああ、いろいろとまだいるみたいですね。
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Yes. These are perfect.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help. A pleasure to see you again.
まだ足りないのか
Are
な。
you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. I need them to keep wounds from going
何度
bad.
も受けれる。
It's too dangerous to go
Yes,
hunting
look,
through
it's
the hills to
on
gather
there.
more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
もう終わりかな。もう出ないですね。終わりかな。いや、まだクリスタルグレイズ見たことないですね。となるとここはもう受けておいて次回見つけたら持ってくる感じですかね。ハテナ、ハテナは何でしょう。この建物の中かな。操舵室。ああ、ここ入れないやつですね。審問会パークが4もパークポイントっていうんですか。4も必要なんで結構先にならないと無理ですかね。次はどこ行けばいいのかな。あっちの方に何かありますね。あ、高速移動ができるのだ。じゃなく
Lord and
て
Alistair grew up
この
at
人か。
Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy who once begged me to make him toy soldiers rules all of Ferelden.
日本語訳が出ないですね。まだびっくりマークが消えてない。ということはまだ受けれてない。この人じゃないのかな。 違うな。あれ全然スルーなんですけど、ちょっと違うとこ行ってみましょうか。
Have you heard? The Inquisition dealt with the rebel
この
Templars.
人かな。
They've been driven away or killed.
Ah, Senna,
See?
my darling.
What did I tell you?
For the
It's not
first
just
time in
that.
all these years,
I heard
fear
about
I will
deaths
not be
too.
visiting your ashes.
Refugees
What
killed by Templars driven past the point of
demons
reason.
and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. You were Dalish. My Senna and I, we kept to the old ways as we could. Though I know we are as children to you. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the tablestones. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
さっき手に入ったアイテムちょっと装備できるか見てみましょうか。まあ刀じゃない証券ですね。探検か。あ、間違えた。あ、違う。防具。ああ、装備できないですし、弱いですね、これは。どう言ってもいいですね。この先、上かな、これは。こっちにもおる人がいるかな。この人かな。こっち側を見つけましょう。これまで入れないかな。入れるのか。
The Venatori created the Oculara to search for something. Something like those strange shards.
どっかでアイテムかけらの音がしますね。かけらの音がするんですけどちょっと見えないですね。上かな、かけらがあるのは。流れるとか剥がれないですね。宝箱ある。ここか。ドラゴンのトゲ。素材系ですかね。まだこっちの。どこ？下なのかな？ここにありましたね。見えてなかった。こっちにあるのか。ここですね。これですね。こっちには宝箱はないんですけど。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。宝箱じゃないんだ。 ちの方に置いてもらって、そう。あ、本が。あれ読んだのかな、
仲間は7人見つかったですか？
7人いってますね、今、全部で。今、魔術師魔導士の方に来てるんですけどね。
On the side of the road. If not for the Inquisition, it would have been even worse. We hid here behind the village walls and did nothing. What could we have done? Gone out and died with them. They say Andraste sent you to save the world. If it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
魔導士を味方にするか、テンプル騎士にするかですね。
そうですね、どっちの陣営につくかっていう話になってるので、魔導士の方にしようかなと思ってるんですけどね。
難易度は少し差があります。
ああ、そうなんですか。どっちが難しいんですかね。
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think
魔導士の方が少し楽かな。
魔導士の方に来てしまって、仲間に魔導士が入ったんで、てっきり魔導士の方に入れなきゃいけないかなと思って来たんですけどね。
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned Andraste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened and I dread to learn what.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make a speed you, my child.
まあ次にやるときはテンプル騎士を選べばいいです。両方やっておけば2倍楽しめる。
そうですね。なかなか長くかかりそうですけどね。
タナー。
タナー。
A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
For now, nothing.
Fine. Go.
タナーですね。選択肢間違ったかな。
密偵にできる。
ああ、この人密偵になるんですか。でも今は何もないって言われてますね。
あれ、
選択肢を間違えたかもしれないですね。まあ仕方がないですね。なんか仕掛けてみてよ。
タナーに関して手紙を拾ってないね。
いや、テンプル闇商人っていう話をしたんですけど、まあ、拾ってないんかな。証拠がないって言ってますもんね。どっかで拾い忘れてるんですね、きっと。まあ、今 今はどうしようもないので先へ進みましょうか。
じゃあカサンドラを連れてきたらいいかもです。
カサンドラって誰だっけな人の名前がまだ覚えれてないんですよね。カサンドラって、あれか。女戦士ですね。またなんか、こっちか。そういう、ということは。
あれ？ここの戦闘は終わったですか？
ここ戦闘はないですよ。今初めて来たとこなんですけど、その前になんか誰かに会えって言われたの会いに行ってないからですかね。なんか順番、無視して
ここで戦闘が起きるはずなんだが。
なんかでも順番に進めてないかもしれないですね。本当はもうちょっと違うところに行かなきゃいけないのかもしれないんで。
じゃあ酒場に行かないと。
まあなんとなく街を散策してる途中で入った感じなんですよね。本当に目印通りに進めてないんでつい新しい街に入るとその街の中を適当に散策してから目的を進めるような感じでプレイしてますから、本来の流れとは違う流れで進んでたりしますね。
なんとかて
そうですね。カモメとランタンにってヒヨナとはこれは違うのか。多分マップを見れば載ってるんでしょうね。
まあこのゲームはスカイリムみたいに先に入ると変になることは少ないですが。
なるほど。まあついつまが合わなくなるかもしれないですかね、ひょっとしたら。
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers. I remember the first time the dead walked these lands, when a blood mage poisoned our leman. The ashes of Andrastia herself brought the Arl back from his enchanted slumber.
Let's road.
多分これですね。これを進めないとダメなんでしょうね。流れ的に。まあ、行ってみましょうか。じゃあ。と言いつつ、ハテナが気になるので、ハテナの方へ。ああ、さっき入れなかったとこかな。
カモメとランタンだっけ？ ここに入ると話が進む。
そうですね。右上に確かに書かれてますんで。で、今、一応マーキングはしたので、そっちへ向かってみます。お店がある。ついついお店行ってしまいます。あんまり名品、石膏のアーマー、レベル11、装備できるのは装備できるのか。高いな。なくてもいいかな。じゃあ行ってみましょうか。お話を進めるためには。
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
装備は買う必要はほとんどないね。
やっぱりそうですか。なんか勝手についつい手に入りますもんね。
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
What about the giant hole in the veil that's spewing demons everywhere? You're just going to pretend it isn't there?
I am not forgetting the breach, but we can only fight one war at a time. The Templar threat was immediate. If we live, we can worry about the torn veil.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? An Arl would never voluntarily leave his seat.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Felix, I'm so sorry. Please forgive
ド
my
ラゴンエイ
clumsiness,
ジ
my
1
lady.
では、このレッドクリフで散々戦ったです。
I'm fine,
あ
Father.
あ、
Come, I'll get your
なるほど。
powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time.
レッドクリフということは、
Fiona,
石壁
I
の
require
戦いみ
your
たいなもんで
assistance
すか
back at the
ね。
castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
The Magister's son dropped that. Be cautious, Inquisitor. Family name is everything in Tevinter.
We'll be careful. But we need to figure out what's going on here.
Magister Alexius does not approve of those without magic like you and me. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what
Clemens.
mages can become. He says all tranquil must
この人
leave
ですね、クレメン
Redcliffe,
ス。
but who would take us in?
What are tranquil?
Those like me without
密偵候補。
will necessary to protect ourselves from demons.
会話ができる人は密偵候補なんですかね、もしかしたら。
Circle removed my connection to the Fae. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires.
で、その密偵にするための条件がいろいろあるということなんですかね。
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
今はダメっぽいですね。
One moment. You
あ、
are
いけるのかな？
the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
ああ、
We
お
would be
願いすれ
delighted
ば
to
な
have
くな
you
ってくれ
working
る
for
の
the
かな？
Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
密偵がこうありましたね。どういう条件で加わったり加わらなかったりするのかがちょっとまだわかんないですけど、あ、なんかこう
会話できない NPC は密偵にする手段がない。
そうですね。この人もなんのかな。
I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner.
These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Who are you?
Name's Tolwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hospital. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
密偵は顧問の活動速度に影響します。
そうですよね。なんか何%速くなるとかって書いてましたね。多分いっぱい入れた方がいいと思うんですけど。
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge.
候補者はすべて密偵に。
なるほど。この人は無理なのかな。
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
この人は無理なのかな。あれ、ああ、教会に行かなきゃいけないですね。じゃあいよいよさっきほど伺った教会へ行って戦闘なのかな。その前にちょっといろいろと調べたいな。何もないか。
まあ初回は誰が密偵になるかわからんでしょうけど。
そうですね。とりあえずまあ会話はいろいろとやってるんですけどね。会話できる人が全員密偵候補というわけでもないのかな。こっちじゃなかった。出口が分かってんな。こっちかな。じゃあこっちでいいのかな。お、切れない。酒場の中で迷子になってますね。出口が分からなくて、こっちでいいのか。アイテムになった。こっちだな。さあ、それでは教会行ってみましょうか。
会話でいる人とは一度は会話してみればいい。
そうですね。そういうふうにしてるんですけどね。いろいろと会話は。ただまあ、読んでると時間がかかりますね。それもまあゲームとして楽しいんですが。どっちかな。どっちだったっけ。あ、この子にもなんかあるんだけどな。あ、ターナーか。こっち。
What was the Grand Enchanter thinking inviting Tevinter here? Make us feed you, my child.
さあ、戦闘になるのかな。
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
さっきなかったのに。
俺ら8人目の仲間になります。
あ、このちょびひげのおじさんですね。無事に仕掛け目が防げました。
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Watch yourself. The pretty ones are always the worst.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died?
You catch on quick.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I'd like more proof than magical time control. Go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
ドリアンは、女性は恋愛対象になりません。わら。
My father's joined a cult, Tevinter supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
恋愛対象。
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things.
好感度を上げると、 恋愛関係にできます。
それは同性同士じゃなくて異性同士ですね、絶対に。となると、プレイヤーが男でキャラクターが女の場合は男と恋愛関係になるっていうことなのかな。あんまり嬉しくないですね。そういう要素があるんだったらキャラクターを男で始めた方が良かったかもしれないですね。
PC 版だと相当際どい場面になります。
なるほど。まあ家庭用ゲーム機なのでそこまで際どいのは出ない
PS4 ではそこまではいきません。
ですね。
Well, the malcontents pledged themselves to Tevinter and joined a cult. I can hardly wait to see what comes next.
Oh, it'll probably all go to shit, and we'll be stuck mopping it up.
それから、ここになんかがある。行ってみましょうか。ライサス。
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath.
恋愛関係は性別以外に種族なども影響します。
What choice did we have?
なるほど。
Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to effect change.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right.
ソラスはエルフ女性以外は受け付けないとか。
I sing the chant.
ああ、エルフ同士ですね。
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision.
I was there when we voted to leave the circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
あ、そうか。
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back.
好感度を上げると、仲間や顧問の一人一人にクエが発生します。
おー、なるほど。別に恋愛関係になる必要はないんですよね。
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
ということは、好感度を上げておいた方がいいのかな、それぞれ。ここなんだったっけ。
この個人クエがその後の展開に大きく影響することがあります。
ああ、なるほど。 個人まあ個人じゃあまあとりあえず好感度を上げれるように頑張るしかないってことかな。このマップではこの人はまだ無理なので、ここは終わりかな。一回戻った方がいいのかな。なんだっけ。ああ、薬見つけて。
恋愛関係でなくても発生します。
なあ。であればまあとりあえず有効度というか上げといた方がいいということですね。ちょっとこの辺のサイドクエストを進めてみましょうか。こっちの方かな。あ、通れ、届かない。取った。こっちかな。
You and this Inquisition saved a lot of people from starving.
ここかな。
タナーはカサンドラを連れて行けばいいはず。
なるほど、後で行ってみましょう。あ、この人か。この人ずっと薬草が足りないって言ってるな。
It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
常になんか薬をくれって言われるな。でからこっちかな。じゃあここでカサンドラを連れていくようにしてみましょうか。どこだったっけ。あ、ここパーティーメンバー変えないんだ。ここだ。とピベンとどっちがいいんだろう。こっちかな。でから先にちょっとそこのこっち上か。上がれるかな。上がれなさそう。向こうから上がれるかな。
この薬や十字路こさせる話にはならんかったですか。
十字路に今来てますよ。薬屋さん。違うのかな。十字路に来てて、さらにまだ薬を要求されているという状態ですかね。この羊が特別な羊ではないか。違いますね。あそこにはどうやって行くのかな。ここは登れなかったな。今登れるのかな。登れない。登れないですね。ここから登らせていけないのか。登らせてくれない。こっちか。ここから無理かな。
ならいいです。
こっちからかな。うわぁ、ここからが上がれないか。ああ、違うとこから行くしかないですね。上がろうと思ったら。
PT には必ず戦士と魔術師を入れる。
そうですね、今は全部入れてますね。どうやって上がったんやろ。こっちから上がったのかな。今のところはまあそうですね、戦士、魔法使いと自分みたいな感じで進めてますね。
あとの一人は、まあ最初は何がいいかはわからんでしょ
う。あとの一人っていうのは、まあ、戦士と魔法使いともう一人ってことですかね。今はまあ戦士2人体制でやってますけど、いろいろ試した方がいいのかな。あ、これ、こっから渡れないやつかな。水の中入っちゃうやつかな。あ、いけるか。お、なんか来た。なんか置いても手に入れた。違う、間違えた。もうこっちもやらないといけないけど。
高速移動はしないですか？
いや、してますよ。ちょっと今、近くにあるクエストをクリアしてから行こうかなと。体験か。あ、まず、装備できないか。あれ、何を手に入れたんだろう。体験、族長の体験と、もう一つ、なんか手に入れたはずなのに。これか？いや、違うな。アクセサリーか。これかな？切迫のベルトかな？50% してもらうと攻撃速度が若干上昇する。そういうのは前衛戦士に装備する方がいいのかな。ポーションベルトはまあいいか。羊をなんか連れて帰るって、これか？こいつかな？羊。
Lord Wolseley, I presume. A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Oh, good.
これでいいのかな？これで戻ればいいのかな？では飛びましょうか。じゃあタナーに話しかけるのと、羊の人にしゃべりかけるのかな。この人だったっけ？
左端は全部の武器が出るんで、一人一人には右にずらしていけばわかりやすいです。
左端。ああ、はいはい。
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
I take it you don't support the Tevinters?
On Drastis Ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Good day.
途中でなんか引っかかって止まるのはバグなのかな。よし、これいいのかな。
Lord Wolseley came back. He says you convinced him. Here for all your trouble. Thank you so much. It's so good to have Lord Wolseley back.
で、これとあとタナーに話しかけないといけないですね。この下やったかな。違うか。素直にマップ見た方が良さそうですね。あ、合ってるわ。
Hello again. Take care.
May you be with you.
What do you want?
Let's see. Impersonating a sister, smuggling, dishonoring Chantry robes. I can think of more if you like. Or you could put your skills to use for the Inquisition.
And you'd keep quiet? Nobody else has to know?
That will depend on how honest your efforts are on our behalf.
All right. I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
なんと脅して仲間にするみたいな感じですね。
I look forward to helping the Inquisition, as per our agreement.
これ仲間の人にタナーを常に入れといた方がいいのかな、もしかして。他にも以前にも選択肢としてタナーに話を聞くのがあったような気がしますね。見たってこれはもう会話したやつか。この状態でも戻っていいのかな。ちょっとこの辺にいっぱいミッションというかクエストが残ってるんですけどね。とりあえずお話し進めるためには戻った方がいいと思うので一回戻りましょう。
タナーは密偵で仲間じゃないです。
ああ、はいはい。いや、そうですね。前に密偵を増やすときに、なんかカサンドラに話をしたような気がするんですけどね。だから、パーティーのメンバーの中には常に入れておいた方がいいのかなと。 監視塔が完成し、悪魔や盗賊の攻撃を事前に警告できるようになりました。この一帯の難民にも近隣から逃げてきた農民にとってもより安全な地となりました。ここより感謝申し上げますし、今回がこのような者たち支援を惜しまぬと知って嬉しく思います。なるほど。フェレルデンの商人はアンティバの商人たちに劣らぬ凄腕の取引上手でしたが、ロー沼からの道を発見した剣の報酬については適正な価格で合意いたしました。はい、これも終わったかな。アンドラステ
それと、選択肢によってはレリアナの密偵になるか、来航の密偵になるか、とかの違いが出ることあり。
なるほど。その違い、そっか。能力が変わってくるのか。ボーナスの付きどっちにつくかってことですね。なんか新しいのが出た。あ、これか。
密偵に誘うのは、カサンドラ以外にもいろいろあります。ケースバイケースです。
あ、そうなんですね。なんか、今まで見たのは全部カサンドラだったような気はするんですが、違うのかな？結構、弾き当たりばったりでプレイしてるので、ちゃんと覚えてないですね。これ終わってるやつ。こっちか。実績のが一番やりやすかったのか。ちゃんと読まなかった。まあいいか。外交の勝利です。支援した士気をたちは見識の高い者たちばかりで中傷者を見事に騙してくれました。ただこれによって内部拘束が起こり、士気がゴロつきを他の士気を排除しようとしたため介入せざるを得ませんでした。日輪の玉座を望む者たちが覚悟卑劣な真似をしようとは、現在の大制度は緊張した雰囲気に包まれていますが、今しばらくの間、教会を政治的な同盟相手とみなすことができるでしょう。ビジ
ソラスもあれば、バリックもある。
はいはいはい。ソラス。ソラスあんまり連れ歩いてないんですけどね、最近。武装したマウンドが届いた。約束通り素晴らしい。これで、これを突っ込めばいいのかな。4から7いけますね。
アイアングルドリアンは記憶にないな。
はいはいはい。釣り歩かない方がいいのかな。でもなんか攻撃力が高そうですよね、アイアンブルとかは。では、こっちか。こっちに
ビビエンヌも時々あるね。
なるほど。こっちに入るとテンプル騎士だと仲間になって、こっち側だと魔法使い。魔導士か。魔導士にしましょう。
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We can't waste time fighting among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement.
A Tevinter Magister controls Redcliffe, invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages, and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied. The Magister
has outplayed us.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Where's the Jarl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunrim to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along. The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
1ではこの道を使って城に入った。
なるほど。今回もその道を行くんですかね。ちょっと進めてみましょうか。この人連れてこなかったのかな。もう入ってんのか。魔導士が入っている以上は戦士にするしかないですね。これぐらいかな。はい、これで行ってみましょう。でもこの人回復持ってるのかな。回復じゃない、復活するの。始まった瞬間にちょっとスキルを確認しましょうか。それともまだ触れないのかな。
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
If my friends can't enter, then I won't go in either.
ドリアンの装備、スキル設定を忘れずに。
やっぱりできるんですね、今の段階で。
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be a part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
What do you know about the Divine's death?
It was the Elder One's moment, and you were unworthy even to stand in his presence.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Soon, he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No. It's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have resisted.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
This place... Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Moved us through time? Can that even be done?
Normally, I would say no. Obviously, Alexius has taken his research to exciting new heights. We've seen his temporal rifts before. This time, we simply passed through one. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
And what happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
それからスキルをこの人一体どんなスキルを覚えてるのかというと何も覚えてないですよね、いつもね。ここは障壁とリザレクションですね、やっぱり。あと6ポイント。これはこれ覚えときたいな。それからあと魔法に振り魔法じゃねえや。炎に振りましょうか。きつくそうのこっちかな。障壁を破壊してこんな感じ。壁の方が良かったのかな。こっちを覚えて壁を覚えさせた方がいいのかな。でも地雷の方がいいのかな。どっちでもいいのか。こっちにしましょうか。から戦術は間違えた。でこれでこれでこれででいいのかな。まあ装備はどうなんでしょうね。ちょっと確認しておきましょうか。
火、氷、雷を5つずつは入れよ
う。全魔法魔導士いろいろと使える方にした方がいいんですかね。なんかキャラクターごとで分けてるんですけど、そうじゃない方がいいのかな。こっちの方が強いのかな。でも氷の魔法か。 魔法使いとかをアクセサリーなんか装備できるかな。冬の契約ベルト。ああ、しまった。霊気ベースのアビリティ。いいかな、今は。全員じゃあいろいろと使えた方がいいのかな。ボンちゃんだな。どっちに行こうかな。アイテムかな。
火、氷、雷の最低ラインを5つ、残りは3人の魔導士で得意分野決めるのがいいかな。
ああ、なるほど。もう最初から得意分野に振っちゃってますね、今は。次はじゃあ、最低1個ずつ入れるようにしましょうか。誰か人がいる。
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins.
それじゃ出ます。
あ、
またね。
はい、おやすみなさい。ありがとうございました。
Andraste guide me.
What did they do to you?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
もう一つ上がるためのあれがあったんです。そっちへ回ってみましょうか。ちょっと向こう側も上がれるんですよね。こっち側はどうなんでしょうか。アイテムが入ってるのかな。
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
ここはアイテムだけですね、どうやら。ということは、向こうが正解のルートだったんですね。今何を手に入れたかもちょっと確認してないです。ちゃんと。間違えた。こっちですね。武器。これ何族のバックラー。ティルズのスラッシャー。見たかな？見てますね。ここは何も入れない。ここも何もない。ここもあるわ。で、上に上がると。敵がいますね。 ちはいけないのかな。あ、こっちもいけるのか。空いてる方を先進んでみましょうか。これは進めるのかな。進めますね。あれ、正解ルート行ってるような気がしますね、これは。ということは、ちょっともう一方のお先行きましょうか。でも、ここにも行けるやつがある。おや？どっちが正解なんでしょう。ここか。こっち側は特に大丈夫かな。ここは何もないかな。あ、アイテムがありますね。あ、またいっぱいになってしまった。間違えた。銅像潰せるのかな。違うのか。リスト。そんなにいっぱい打ってる覚えはないんですけど、設計図系が多いのかな。これはでも数のうちに入ってるのかな。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10個。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、17個。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10個。27でしょ。この辺も入ってるのか。1、2、3、2、3、4、この辺入ってないのかな。この袋に入ってるのがどこまでがその袋の中身なのかちょっとわかんないですね。ただ持ち物が多すぎるので。困りましたね。単純な点は単元なんでなくてもいいかな。なんか、あ、これか。で、こっちへ行くか。あ、さっきの奥の方だから僕も開けてみましょうか。ただ、アイテムが取れないんですよね。
300 bottles of beer on the wall. 300 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. You're not dead. You're supposed to be dead. There was a burn on the ground and everything.
Alexius didn't kill us. His spell sent us through time. This is our future.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
Are you all right? You don't look so good.
Red lyrium. If I'm lucky, it'll kill me. If not, I'm hoping I die fighting.
You're dying?
No, he's not. If we find Alexius, we go back and none of this will happen. Remember?
Alexius isn't the one you need to worry about. It's his Elder One. He killed the Empress of Orlais and used the confusion to launch an invasion of the South. The army was all demons. You ever fought a demon army? I don't recommend it.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to help.
Demon army. Shit, you were lucky you died early. Let's move. No time like the present.
あ、そうか。アイテムがいっぱいなんですよね。とりあえずこれぐらいでいってみましょうか。これ見せられるかな。あ、これ見せられますね、2つは。で、何か今手に入れたものが武器ですね。スレッジハンマー88、弱いですね。この自分こっちが行くと、あ、下にいるのか。ここ開けてみようかな。まだ下にいるんですね。あ、ここにもいるのか。もう一人仲間がどっかに囚われてるっていうことですね、多分これは。あっと調べると。こっちに入ってみましょうか。で、こちら。こっちか。ややこしいな。ちょっと地形的にややこしくなってきました。ああ、なんて聞けないな。違う。また迷ってますね。そうですね。こっちか。 チバーの方も見てみましょうか。最終的に同じところにたどり着くんじゃないかなとは思うんですけど、ああ、そうか、さっき開えなかったやつですね。開えるのかな。開えないですね。そうですね。こっち側に行って、まあ見えない。ここにいるのかな。いないか。味方がいるかと思ったのに、ああ、いる。まずフィオナ。あ、そっか。
I saw you disappear into the rift.
Fiona? Is that really you?
What's left of me?
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
I must have missed out on a lot during that year.
You must beware. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I promise, I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly, before the Elder One learns you're here.
さっきの本当の時代の 1.5 っていうことですね。ここではないので、
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
こっちが正解ルートっていうことですね。こう見ていって、あともう一人の味方は一体どこに囚われているのか。ここに先に進むのかな。
I hear you.
お、来た。見ました。
Andraste, have mercy. You shouldn't be here. The dead should rest in peace.
Are you all right? You don't look so good.
Am I dreaming this? The dead asking a dead man if he's all right.
You skipped over too much. Look at the poor man. Alexius's spell didn't kill us. It sent us forward in time. That's how we survived.
Forward in time? I don't understand.
If we get to Alexius, we can go back to the moment we left and stop all this from happening.
Maybe I've just gone mad. If what you say is true, then this... everything I've been through, everything about this nightmare, is a mistake.
I should have been here, but we'll set things right.
Now I know I've gone mad. To set all this right. If we make Alexius pay for his crimes, that's enough for me. From what I've heard the guards say, Alexius never leaves the throne room these days.
ケースは開えるみたいですね。どこまでがここは進めない。こっちは正解ルートじゃないのか。おや、どこ行けばいいのかな。ここか。
I needed a good fight. I almost feel nostalgic.
こっちへ進めばいいとこですね。53分、こっちになんかありますね。これが無理なのか。階級章が一体何の役に立つんでしょう。貴重品なのかな。なんで貴重品になってんだろう。あ、貴重品っていうのはもしかして売却用のアイテムなのかな。売却用のアイテム、もしくは素材アイテム。じゃあ、ここじゃないのかな。ああ、ありましたね。これですね。説明が表示されないですね。ちょっと。開えないのは悲しいですけど、売りようもないですしね。ここ開けれるのか。なんかいっぱいいろんなものがある。ああ、取れないです。バトルメイジ。バトルメイジの鎧。なんか強そうな感じがするので、なんとかして手に入れたいですね。いらないもの。これがいらないですね。あ、そうか、エルフの帽子も捨てればいいのかな。エルフのズッキーニですね。これも破棄すればいいのかな。あ、やっぱりここが減りますね。ああ、装備できないですか。これは。レベル7かなので、ドリアンとか装備できる。こっちの方が強い人かな。あ、違う違う。ドリアンに、こっちの方が強いですね。こっちを装備させる。ああ、頭がかぶれるものがないですね。 武器。盗賊のハチェット。56ダメージに対して、ああ、こっちの方が圧倒的に強いですね。この人のどっちがいいのかな。こっちの方がいいのかな。このじゃあ67よりは80の方が強い。これはもう捨てても良さそうですね。かな。これもどっちかは捨てましょう。かな。とりあえずこれぐらいで、これぐらい空きがあればなんとかアイテム拾えるかな。こっち側は違うので、さっきのやつが拾えますね。これで拾っておきましょう。これぐらいないのかな。こっちが正解のルートですね。まだこれか。
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Oh! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Our mother. Where was your maker when you needed him most?
また持ち物がいっぱいになりましたね。スレッチャー、まあ、こっちも捨てましょうか。
Tell me how Lavella knew of the sacrifice at the temple. You will break.
I will die first. Or you will. You're alive.
You're safe now.
Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
回復しておきましょうが、そろそろ来そうなので。こっち行かなきゃいけないのかな。
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
塞ぎますね。はい、なんとか防ぎました。またいっぱいか。やっぱり保有アイテムの数が少ないですね。持ってるアイテムの数が。これは何でしょう。探検。こいつはどうしようかな。これ捨ててもいいですね。これはなぜドワーフ人間レベル9必要なのか。だ 集めれるようになったんですけど、魔鳥の方かな。同じアイテムはストックできるっぽいですね。ここなんかここだろう、これか。押しっぱなしだ。この上に行って戦うのかな。鳩場。
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Don't hurt me, Linnea.
This is madness. Alexius can't have wanted this.
アイテムが補充できないのでメンバー全員回復した方がいいのかな、とりあえず。ああ、もったいない。そうすれば使えますね、全部ね。あ、また間違えた。そうか、キャンセルをまるでキャンセルしてるとスキルを使ってしまうんですね。
Everywhere.
Shit! You can fit a lot of demons through that thing.
強いかな。防げましたね。またいっぱいになっちゃった。これもいっぱいですね。いらない武器とか降りましょうか。いらない武器とかないんですよね。これ打っていいのかな。体験、特徴の体験。 アバート族の体験。盗賊のハジェットですかね、いらないのは。何族のパトルアクスもいらないですね。これで広いかな。ついてるの置いておいて、こいつを閉じます。これも防ぎます。防ぎました。塞ぎました。大丈夫だ。そう。こっちですね。またいっぱい。間違えた。ボタン操作をよく間違えますね。盗賊のロンボと狩猟のロンボ。45、67。いらないですね。スレッジハンマーもいらないな。魔導士のメール。魔導士、こっちですね。こっちの方が上なのかな。こっちの方が上ですね。こっちを装備しましょう。これはもう後で見ましょうか。上じゃなくて。この中またいっぱいですね、アイテム。 ちの方が強いですね。じゃあこれはいらないですね。まだなんか、これか。オーデンの兜は多分まだ装備できたやつですね。困ったな。強いのがどっちかを見た方がいいのか一緒ですね。じゃあ、でも味方に装備させたいですね。レベルが足りないか。仕方ないですね。諦めましょうか。とりあえず他にアイテムが出る前にクリアできることを祈って、アイテムがまだいっぱいあるな。
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
ここが先に行くんだな。となると、他のマップ、ここから来たんでしたっけ？ここを見てますね。そうか。こことここ行ったかな。ないですね。取り忘れはないので。よし。これ先の貯蔵アイテムを補充して、これで大丈夫ですね。さあ、多分ボス戦かな。ボスというか、まだかな。バクラー引っか。何時間バクラーは。高級と仮想。いっぱい敵がいそう。どっから来るのかな。塞ぎました。普段だったら途中でスタンさせたりできたんですけど、今回はできませんでしたね。
The main hall is that way. I'm sure that's where Alexius is hiding.
What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
アイテムリストにいらないものをもう一回捨てましょうか。これを捨てるべきですからね。そうだけはアイテムですね。ああ、まだちょうど間違えた。しょっちゅう間違えますね。
Damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?もしかして正解ルートなのかな。終わりましたね。アイテムレベルが低いですね。もう置いときましょうか。間違えた。また間違えた。
Noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look for higher ground. Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
高いとこに行った方が、優位率高いかもしれないですけど、倒したので、まあよしとしましょう。 さっきと。これと潰すべきなのかな。
Want a hand with that?
これ強いんですけどね。でも狩人のメールは今つけてるやつと一緒かな。もしかして今装備してるのが狩人のメールでしたよね、多分ですよね。301。いいと思うんですね。こっちの方が強いですね。じゃあ装備して、これは排気用ということで。これぐらいですかね。さっき行きましたしね。全然使ってないですね。これなんだ。はい、ゴミのアイテム、ゴミっていうか使えないアイテムかな。これ、レベルが低いやつばっかりですね。では、別の道へ。レッドリリオンのかけらっていうのはなんか集めてってるんですけど、集めないとダメなアイテムなのかな。ここさっき来ましたね。ここで行かなきゃいけないところがここで、ここは来たとこ、いや来たとこじゃないですね。光ってるこっちか。あれこれのエッセンスは持ってるの。ではさっきの防具の狩人のメールを間違えた。メールを発揮しましょう。 こから来たのね。
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
レッドリリウムのかけらを集めないとダメですね、きっと。さっきまでか。
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
Lock the stairs!
We need to retreat!
Anybody mind if I take some souvenirs? Maybe just a couple of those pronged helmets.
あ、これは別にやらなかったかな。こっちの方にアイテムありますね。あった。あともう一つってことかな。ドリリウムのかけら。ああ、強い。強いですけど。これ今を捨てましょう。で、これを集めておいて。これは何でしょうか。ああ。これは装備できますね。また操作を間違えました。これを装備させたいんですけどね。レベルが上がらないんですよね。前衛アーマー。ああ、これも急ですもんね。これが意味ないかな。これを捨てましょうか。これを操作させましょう。強かったような、強いような気がするので。強いですね、こっちの方が。この人はヘルメット無理ですね。次はこっちかな。違うかな。合ってるかな。
What happened here?
Somebody had very questionable taste.
こはさっき倒したところですね。そっか。戻ってきちゃいました。行ってるとこですね。あら、ちょっと行ってないとこはどっかわかんなくなってきましたよ。あともう、さっき行きましたよね。回復しておきましょう。補充しておきましょう。でから、これ上がったらでも、ここに出ると元の場所に戻りますよね、多分ね。登る、また戻ってきた。意味がないかな。ここは意味がないですね。レッドリリアムなかったですよね。これないですね。さあ、わからなくなってきましたね。ここ見たとこ。戻ってるな。いけれないですもんね。困りましたね。どこ行ってないの。ここに持ってきましたね。この部屋に。これだけ出るのか。ダメですね。まだもう一つかけらが足りてないですね。 庭に持ってきても行かなきゃいけないところがさっきのところぐらいしかないような気がするんですよね。困りましたね。ここ戻りますね。やっぱここじゃないですね、きっと。やっぱり先進むしかないですね。でもかけらがないんですよね。あともう一つでもいいですけど、進んでない部屋がどっかにあるはず。でしょで、ないっすね。これ大丈夫？ワイプしかないのか。これなんだっけ。ここもありましたね。ここだ。いた？ここかな？ここですね。
Block the stairs!
Let's try to take them by surprise. Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
これで終わるかな。来ました。やっと
Let's head back to the main hall.
全部集まりま
I
した。
think I know how we'll open that door.
強型で。これを捨てましょうか。強型では装備できますかね。強型ってか。 ですね。捨ておきましょうか。使わないんで。あ、間違えた。合ってんのか。いよいよ先へ進めるのですが、アイテムを補充しておきたかったな。どっか補充できるところが、確かこの辺の広場で補充できるのがあったような気がするんですけど、違うかったかな。間違えてるような気がするな。階段とか。違いますね。これで売ってるとこかな。なんだったかな。あれない。ないな。これ違いますね。これも違うな。間違えた。ないですね、火薬のやつ。あったと思ったんですけどね。あったあったあったあった。よし。これじゃない、これじゃない、これじゃない。どこだったっけな。置いてあったっけ。ここですね。はい。では、先進みましょうか。ですね。では、いよいよアレクシーシリーズなのかな。はいた。
Look at all you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait. For the end.
It does matter. I will undo this.
How many times have I tried? The past cannot be undone. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, there is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet, and we let him go.
Let him go, and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No.
No! I gave the world for Felix! It's impossible. The Elder One will destroy us both. Help Dorian! Assassins this time! Inquisition!
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone. But the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now! The Elder One.
There's a reason they won.
We'll head out front. Keep them off your tail.
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have arrows. Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
You'll have to do better than that.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Major Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
No one fights well for their captors.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
カサンドラとの友好度とかがえらく下がりましたね。選択肢を間違えたかな。まあ仕方ないですね。選んでしまったんで。
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Of course.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying.
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
新しい装備をキャラクターに装備させれますかね。体験は使えない。あんまり有力の先かな。あんまりないですね、装備できるものが。これは装備できるんじゃないですかね。こうするのがいいかな。この辺を追ってしまっても良さそうですね。あ、これはどうなんでしょう。55ダメージ、44ダメージということは打ってしまっていいですね、これも。だからこれはマリアンヌをマリアンヌにこれを装備させましょうか。霊気ダメージですね、これ。霊気はソラスに覚えさせてたんですけどね。でもマリアンヌをよく使うと思うので、マリアンヌじゃない、ビビエンヌをよく使うと思うので、こうしましょう。で、この49をソラスかドリアンか、あ、一緒ですね、これとこれは。とりあえずソラスにこれを装備させる方がいいのかな。伝承の根性を振ってしまいましょうか。 ですね。そして防具を前衛のアーマー。前衛のアーマー自分ああ、でもこっちの方が防具ですね。サンドラオーデンかぶれるのかな。あ、かぶれますね。じゃあこれをかぶしましょうか。ちょっとかっこ悪いな、見た目は。まあ仕方ないですね。から、あ、そっか。うん、そうですね。ローグ、セラに、でも他のキャラを見てからですかね。メインで使うキャラに、これに前衛のアーマー、ではなくて、これ前衛のアーマー、前衛のメールと違う。前衛のアーマーをつけましょう。でからブラックウォールに前衛の迷路、間違えた、前衛の迷路を装備させますと、モーデンの兜も装備させましょう。ビビエンヌはこれを装備させましょうか。ソラスはこっちかな。うんとこのアイアンブルーのヘルメットが装備できるヘルメットが少ないですね。これぐらいですかね。アクセサリーは左の指輪、そうか、歩いてダメージと、これにしときましょうか。メインで使うキャラクターを先に強化しないとですね。 しいですけどね、この辺は。こんな感じですかね。これからアイテムを売却するのはどこだったかな。
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business.
この下は何でしたっけ。あった。重いのかな。こんなにもないですね。戻りましょう。
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem
Hello? Can I help you with something?
アイテムも入れたので、そうか。敵の生物から出てくるものはこの人に渡せば研究が進むってことですかね。で、どっかでなんか、いろいろアイテムを収めた気がしたんですが、気のせいかな。
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Wait, what are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him, just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
If he has knowledge, then he's a resource. Use him.
He's a loose end who could escape and get word to our enemies. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
If you don't like what you do, it's a pretty good sign you're doing something bad.
That is certainly one way to put it. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do. Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Special.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Let's talk about you.
Me?
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I trained to be a spy from a young age. Learned from the best. For a while, I was wildly happy. I loved the thrill of that life, the danger. But nothing lasts forever. I went into hiding, and when I emerged, the Divine called on me. She presented me with my own network of spies, and said I was the only one she could trust.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I had the privilege of calling her friend before she died. The world seemed much duller after that. It still does.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
How about nails? Can Harry at least get me a few score nails?
Master Harry said I'm good at nails.
Can I help you with something?
If I
make a go with it.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
We can't know what's coming. Best not to get too comfortable.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to relax while you can. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
いろんなキャラと会話すると、なんかいろいろ情報が手に入りますね。ここに乗ったセラが。
So this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, Stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it. But I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sarah. I hope you'll feel the same.
Kinda. Suppose. Maybe. See you, Herald. Herald. I have to do something about that.
Lisa.
Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the alienage and all, and... I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
It's all right, Flissa. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Liliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Denerim. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adarn is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harrit is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can't make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segris. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
So many were dead. More have been corrupted. Knowing what will happen if we fail.
I suggest we not fail. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
あら、ラスボスの好感度が下がってしまいましたね。
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern license to, well, be like mages back home.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic, then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
And I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
アイテム盛りに行く方がいいですかね。 マップを置いときましょうか。ライナーアーマーは打ってもいいですね。ビアンカのアーム。これでも売っていいのかな。ちょっとこの辺が必要なものなのか売却アイテムなのかわかんないんですよね。詰めなきゃいけないアイテムになってきたりするのかな。これが増えていくとますますアイテムがキープできなくなるんですね。そうこれ欲しいですね。
Good luck sealing those rifts.
さあ、何これかな。今回もないですね。
Travel safely. Strong men around in case anything happens to you.
Now, don't you worry. Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it, to be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human?
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife fear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
これじゃないのか。こんな中ですかね。ビッグな不安も。違うな。どこなんだろう。あれ、ブラックホールになってる。
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look, see if there's anything we can salvage.
You're oddly charming for a man I found wandering the forest.
I always
always thought myself more odd than charming. But I'll take a compliment from a lady. They're hard to come by these days.
I also find your modesty endearing.
And the praise keeps coming. So, is there something large and heavy you need moved?
That would be a waste of your particular talent.
Oh, really?
You're much better suited to standing in front of dragons while they try to eat you.
I have to say, my lady, you're unlike any woman I've ever met. I'm flattered you'd spend any time with me. I enjoy your company.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Good day to you.
馬は選択できるんですかね。他には見当たらないですね。ドラゴンリスク。ハーツ。マウント。ああ、なんか馬にもいろいろと装備はつけれるみたいですね。
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
If you're worried about magic, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically it's the Fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Good luck sealing those rifts.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
The mages seem happier here without Templars.
It exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Found them.
The Inquisition
では本日はこれぐらいでとなります。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。
I should tell you, Ambassador. The Chantry raised some fuss when...